Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today is March 28th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So let me get everything all set up real quick. Once we're done with that, we can get started with our session for today. So let me get everything all set up here. Looks good. And just an FYI, guys, if you guys are using the copier on Social Trader Tools, it's down right now. So I would recommend not using your master account. Last thing you want to do is have trades copy when you don't know they're copying, and it just becomes a whole mess. But other than that, let me just get everything all set up here. A couple other things. Solid. One other thing here, and I think we're good to go. All right, good. Looks like we're cool. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. And then should be able to kick off this training day. All right, that's good. All right, cool. I'll give it a few minutes for people to make their way in. A lot of people are still joining right now. As people join, I'm going to go and set up my liquidity right now real quick before market opens. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of liquidity to the top side. Not really much on the bottom, but definitely quite a bit above. What's good from there? All right, cool. Looks like everybody's still making their way in. So good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, March 28th. Hopefully all you guys had a great weekend, a lot of rest this week. It's 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. When the market does open shortly, we'll get started. I've marked up the liquidity here on the normal chart. I'm going to go over here also to the clean chart, mark up liquidity here as well. And then we should be good with starting off our session for the day. I'm also going to check if there's news. I haven't checked anything. I've literally just gone on the charts right now, so I haven't checked the news, sentiment, none of that. Yeah, for the most part, looks like we might get a, or I don't know. Actually, we'll see. We have liquidity on both sides. It's just there's a lot more on the top side that's closer. So there we go with that. There is the clean chart. Here's the markup chart. There's a couple more liquidity down here. Yeah, other than that, that should be it for the most part. Let me go over to the clean chart. I'm gonna mark up. Let's see if there's news real quick. Refreshing the calendar. We don't have any US news this morning. There was some light news at 5:30, but that's pretty much it. So I'll mark that up on the chart just so that we know. But other than that, I think we're pretty much good to go. So we got market open right here at 6:30. We had news over here at 5:30. So I'll go back and I'll mark that up a little later. It's not really all that necessary right now. Not sure if the market really reacted to it, but we'll still have it marked up just in case. So let's see, market 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. News was at 5:30. So So I'm just gonna have that marked over here real quick. 530. This candle right here. So this is news price 530. Go over to the clean chart as well. There. All right, cool. So looks like everybody is making their way into the room still. So good morning, everybody. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Peter. Morning, Brock. Morning, Maria. Morning, Stern. Morning, John. Morning, Rashida. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Solo. Morning, Talanji. Morning, Jazz. Morning, Marlon. Morning, Fahad. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Brenda. Morning, David. Morning, Jay. Morning, everybody. So hopefully all you guys had a great weekend. Today is Monday, March 28th. It's 6:26 right now. Market's supposed to open in about 4 minutes. Looking over here at the news, there's not really much going on today aside from some low impact news here at 5:30, which was negative. As you can see right here, news happened right here at 5:30, and price has been dropping ever since. So price did react to the news, it looks like. As it was negative, price dropped here as well. So no surprise there. That was supposed to drop. Other than that, let's take a look at the retail sentiment real quick. Retail sentiment is currently 57% short. So we might be looking for some buys today if the fundamentals do align. So retail sentiment is 57% short, indicating that there are 57% of retail traders on the short side. We want to do the opposite of them. So we want to buy and do the opposite. So other than that, fundamentals here as well are currently sitting at 30 points in the red. So they're not very strong. There's no bias here with the fundamentals. When the market opens, this can easily shoot right back up. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Other than that, here is the refresh of CNBC. I don't know if there's any updates here, but just looking over at the futures this morning, the Dow is down 34 points, S&P is down 2 points, NASDAQ's up 9 points, oil is down 7 points, and the 10-year bond is down 2% per usual. Other than that, there's not really much going on here. Let's check out the Ukraine war to see if there's anything else going on. Ukraine suspends evacuations amid safety fears. Russia, Ukraine prepare for face-to-face talks. Kremlin said it's monitoring Biden's comments on Putin. I mean, yeah, no surprise there. Heineken says it's leaving Russia. Ukraine says Russian forces trying to capture use key roads and settlements. I mean, so same thing with the war, not really much going on. Looks like stuff's starting to they keep saying they're going to talks, but I mean, who really knows if that's going to happen. But anyways, other than that, let's take a look at the charts. Market's going to open in about 2 minutes. So morning, Steven, morning, iPhone, morning, Slava, morning, Lisa, morning, Jonathan, morning, JJ, morning, Jay, morning, everybody. Yeah, social trader is not working, guys. So as you guys remember earlier this morning, I did mention that social trader tools is not working. So if you have your copier on, I would recommend not trading on your master account. I'm not able to get to my dashboard. I emailed social trader tools myself and they reached out to me. They said they're fixing it, but it's not working right now. So I wouldn't recommend trading on your master account, trade on your other accounts right now, because last thing you want to do is trade enter on your account and you're not able to get out of it. So just keep that in mind, guys. So if you're using a copier, I would recommend using one of the copier accounts, not the main account. So morning, Matt, morning, Professor, morning, everybody. All right, so market is going to open in about 30 seconds, guys. So let's see what happens with this here. If the market does open and we have a strong red candle, that's going to be the breakout. That's what Steven's looking for here. But we'll see how the market does move. Just keep in mind, Monday is one of the riskier days. Monday and Friday are two of the riskier days to be trading. So you want to be very careful if you are trading the open. So market is opening about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The market is now open. So let's see what happens here. Basically, what you're looking for right here, if you're looking to take the breakout, this is actually going to be a V1 right here, variation V1, not one that I would recommend taking because we don't have the confirmation yet of the bias. Let me take a look at the fundamentals real quick. Fundamentals are currently, they're down 52 points, so they're not very strong at all. So the fundamentals aren't aligning with retail sentiment. So depending on how this candle here closes, if it closes with a strong green candle with a buy signal, then the breakout's going to be a buy. If it closes with a strong red candle, because we already have a sell signal here, then this is going to be the breakout for a sell. So we'll see when this candle does close, whether it's going to be a buy or a sell. It looks like it might be a sell if this closes as a strong red candle, but Hasn't closed yet, so we don't have any confirmation of that actually confirming. So no strong red candle there. There's no breakout available just yet. It's 6:31, so we need that to close within the next 4 minutes or so. Otherwise, if we get a bullish push to the upside, then the breakout will be a buy. However, you got to keep in mind that there is a sessions right here, which is the Asia high. So you guys want to be very careful with those. If this candle right here closes, then this would be a sell, but it needs to close as a strong red candle, meaning that this candle needs to close as a red candle with little to no wick on the bottom side. The top side doesn't matter if we're looking for a sell, just the bottom side. Hey, Professor, morning, Matt, morning, everybody. Let's see where this closes. As you can see, there's a big wick right there. This is not going to be the breakout, only if it closes as a strong red candle. So this may be the breakout right here. So this would technically be the breakout right here because you can see the strong red candle closed. So if you guys are looking to take it, I'm going to see how far it drops because it already hit the bottom liquidity here. So I don't know if it's going to keep dropping lower. It already knocked out all the liquidity. So all the liquidity here is done with, or actually, no, it's farther. There's more liquidity down here. So it might push down. The only thing that you want to look out for is these sessions down here. This actually should be fine, I think, if it ends up dropping right there. So I don't know, maybe I'll catch it for like a little push to the downside if I can. I'll catch it a little push there. Let's go right. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna hold it for the whole push, but I might catch it for like a little push here if possible. Let me see if I get the last push of it. So Steven, I don't know if you're in this trade. If you're in it, make sure to move your stop loss and profit. I'm gonna catch it for a little push, maybe like the last 100 pips over here. Because I don't have my copier on. I just have one account running, which sucks. Yeah, let's see. If it pulls back, I'll catch it as it drops even further. Got him at a sell stop right here, slightly above. That's on. So I'm gonna put a sell stop right here at the lower low. If it comes down and hits it, it's gonna trigger it, and we'll just catch a little push. Let's see. Well, that's crazy. It already filled my order. It filled me and it pulled me out. So I was in that position for like a few seconds, and I don't know if it spiked really fast and it just got me in early, but it pulled me in, pulled me out. I made 1,010 off of that. That's crazy. I think the pricing difference is a little off. Let me see what the spread's looking like here. So I'm already out of the position, surprisingly. If you guys want to take it, feel free, but I do think it's going to be a bit risky here because like Anton said, it's going to be hitting a 1 hour order block soon. So I'm already out of it. That was super quick. I didn't expect it to hit that quickly. Gotcha. Okay, Anton, thanks for letting us know. So if you guys aren't in the position already, or if you guys haven't entered and exited, I know it happened really quick. I didn't expect it to happen that quick, but it already pulled me in and pulled me out. Locking about 1,010. I'll send a screenshot of that. But as I mentioned, this trade is not going to count as one of the official trades because it isn't an official trade. It's been speculation for the past couple of weeks now, due to the fact that the market just isn't. It's not really moving smooth. The past 2 weeks, market's been super choppy. And then for the my copier's not working, so I only have one account here. And there you go. If you got into the position, it looks like it would have hit CP again right there. So congrats to whoever caught it. It's a nice little quick start to the week. Fortunately, my copier isn't working, so I only took it on one account. But I'll post it right here. There you go, broke right through it. The only reason I was confident about taking this position here is because there was liquidity right here, right? So I was expecting it to come down from this point, hit this liquidity, and hit this liquidity right here, but I didn't want to hold it past it. So I only wanted to go for like the last little push over here. So here's my account right here. It's just one account because my copier didn't take it, but I made 1,010 off that. It happened super quick. You can see the timestamp here, literally entered and then exited like within a few seconds or so. Not a second, maybe a minute, but it was really fast. So great work to whoever caught it, Steven. I don't know if you caught this. I don't know if you caught the full breakout or partial of it, but there you go, full TP with, I mean, little to no drawdown off the breakout right there. So it looks like a lot of you guys here did cash it. Scotty here caught it, locked in a total of 1,297. Nice work, Scotty. Lisa over here as well, locked in a total of 3,059 for the day. Great work, Lisa. And Jamie over here as well, locked in a total of 585 total for the day. Nice work. A lot of you guys did catch it right here. Matthew over here as well, locked in a total of 1,008. So a lot of you guys did take a speculative little push, which is nice because there's not really much risk there. You're just getting in and out super quickly. Janae over here as well, locked in a total of 85. Great work, Janae. And Kipper over here as well. Or Kip, sorry, I called you Kipper. Kipper, locked in a total of 5,186. Nice work, Kip. He caught it for 300 pips. So he held it a little longer than what we normally hold it. So great work right there. Kip, Andreas over here as well, 787. So you guys did pretty good. A lot of you guys are understanding what I'm doing here, right? You guys are understanding how the breakout works. So Andreas locked in 787. Slava over here locked in a total of 4,147. So great work across the board amongst everybody here who's paying attention and understanding, you know, what we're doing here. Rami over here locked in a total of 1,190. Nice work, Rami. And then his other account locked in 1,165. So great work, guys, across the board here. Solo here as well. Nelly locked in a total of 1,688. Solo over here locked in a total of 825. Great work, guys. Josh over here locked in a total of 672. Nice work, Joshua. David over here locked in a total of 81 off his funded account. Nice work, David. Other than that, Jonathan over here as well, he moved to stop loss and profit, locked in a total of 527. So great work right there, guys. Everybody locked in some pretty solid profit to start off. Tommy here as well, locked in a total of 1,605. Nice work, Tommy. And then Rashid over here as well, locked in a total of 497. So great work right there. Yeah, other than that, great work, guys. I'm gonna remove all of this, or I'll put a screenshot here because a lot of you guys did take a trade. So I'm just gonna put it there so that if you guys are still in the trade, you guys should be pulling out by now. Because I don't want a lot of you guys aren't paying attention to the chart, and you guys need to pull out and not get greedy. So I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that the trade's done with. Because what happens sometimes is I see a lot of people hold on to the trade, and then they just like later on they're like, hey, so what happened to the trade? I'm like, bro, we're already out of the trade. And they don't know because I don't post the update here. So there's the update right there, just to let you guys know. Nice profit, nice partial profit. I want to make sure that you guys are aware that this trade is done with. Last thing I want to do is hear someone complain that they're still in the trade when they should have been pulled out of the trade, you know, a while ago. So there you go, Professor here as well. So Professor took a 400K account, but this is on the 400K funded trader challenge account, locked in a total of 6,232. Wow, amazing right there, Professor. Professor locked that in on one trade. So nice work right there, Professor. Other than that, let's see if there's anything else here. Maddie as well. Maddie locked in a total of, let's see, it's loading up right now. Let me just clean up the chart a bit. All right, so price just broke below the sessions right here, which was the Asia low. You can see price kind of bounced off right there, and then it broke below it. So now we're looking for the retest. We have price breaking close below, looking for the retest right here and a confirmation below again. If we get that, then the bias is going to be definitely for a strong sell. If not, you want to be careful because price can be bouncing right back up to, say, opening price, which would be Opening price was right over here. I'm gonna mark this up on a clean chart as well. Opening price was right there. And I'm gonna take off all of this liquidity because price is no longer in this area at all. There we go. So we're looking for the retest here, and then we'll see where that goes. Fundamentals here are currently red, down 160 points. Retail sentiment is currently 53% short. So this might be shifting the other way. I mean, who knows? With retail sentiment dropping that much, dropped almost like 7%, the bias can easily change. So just keep that in mind, guys. Bias can always change. That's something that you guys always want to keep in mind. Bias is never going to be always a buy or always a sell. It's going to shift when price allows it to. So other than that, nice work, Steven. Steven said goal reached. I did some micro scalps, so amazing work right there, Steven. Steven just ended his profit. So I know Steven is like a big inspiration to a lot of you guys, right? Because you guys see Steven has come a long way with K2, and he's locked in a total of 1,131. On average, Steven is locking in about 1,000 a day easily just with the breakout. So nice work right there, Steven. Yeah, I know. Tommy said Steven's been killing it, definitely. Yeah, Professor said Steven's my hero. Yeah, no, definitely. Great work, Steven. Keep it up. You know, you've come a long way from like making a lot of mistakes to now very consistent with your profits. So great work and keep it up. Other than that, we'll keep looking for confirmations here. Looking at this right here, as I mentioned, we were looking for the retest. Price did not retest. Price actually swung above it. So right here, we're looking for the break and close above the retest, which is this right here. And next, we need a confirmation that price is going to continue pushing to the upside. If it continues pushing to the upside, then the bias will change back to a bullish bias. So here's a range right here. We have the break, retest. If this ends up closing above here, then I do think price is going to push back up. It might push back up to opening price right here. And then from this point, price will either bounce off it, or it'll do the same thing, confirm up here, and continue pushing up higher, right? A couple different scenarios that can play out there. My guess is that it'll continue to push up higher. But another thing that you want to be careful for is the next sessions right here. There's another sessions coming up. So just keep that in mind. But if this does close above this line here, I do expect it to continue pushing up higher. Mauricio said we should name the breakout the Steven, right? That should be a better name for that strategy. Steven's been killing it. Oh, I know. Kev said, oh shoot, we forgot the horns. Tomorrow for sure, we'll have the horns ready. I just wasn't sure about that trade since market was so off. Other than that, let me see if there's anything that I missed. I'm gonna scroll up the chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Thanks, Maddie. I just saw your messages there regarding the demand. So I do see it, or I did see you guys marking it up earlier. Here he goes again for another retest. So as you can see, price did not close above this line right here, right? I mentioned price needed to close above the line to confirm this right here, but it didn't happen. So with that said, this is no longer valid. So this is why you guys got to be paying attention. You guys have to understand, like right here, I drew this line. I said, if this candle closes above it, then it's going to push above, right? It didn't close above it. So now it's doing the opposite. You're getting a scenario here. Basically what I'm showing you guys is that whenever you guys analyze a trade, there's always going to be two scenarios. There's going to be a best case scenario and a worst case scenario. Best case scenario here is if price closed above the line, we'd expect it to push to the upside. Worst case scenario is that price fails to do that, and then it ends up going back into this range, right? So there it is. It's back into the range. It chose the other scenario, and now we just wait for the next one to confirm. So again, right here, we're looking for another confirmation. Price is ranging within this area. Price had closed below it. We need price to retest the sessions again right here, and then confirm it, right? Other than that, price is just going to keep ranging within this area. So you guys got to be smart about taking your positions here, and you got to really look at the scenarios, because the thing is, whenever you trade, guys, you guys always want to just have two scenarios. You don't want to have like 5 different things that can come up, right? You want to be like, okay, If this happens, then price will go up. If this happens, then price will go down. You want to think like, oh, if this happens, then price can come down, but then it could come back up, right? That's how you confuse yourself, because you're not really confident about the position or the direction of price. You just want to make sure that you feel confident about every trade that you guys decide to take. Right now, I'm not confident because price is just going sideways. I need it to break above or break below for me to have confidence with the direction of price. Looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 53% short, 52% now. So retail sentiment is not going to come in as a big factor right now because it's right down the middle. We generally want this to be above like 65%, 75%, even close to 80% to have a clear bias. There's no bias here. Looking over here at the fundamentals are currently down 150 points. So with that said, we have one step here indicating that we should be taking sells. Retail sentiment's not too useful right now. And looking over at the technicals, we also have a sell bias here as well because price is below the pivots, trend meter is red, same with the 3-minute, and same with the 5-minute over here. So technicals and fundamentals are both indicating sells. However, retail sentiment is pretty much indecisive right now. The main thing we're looking for is the retest. So right here, price broke below it. We have the retest right here. The final step is that we need price to break and close below the liquidity here. If it ends up breaking and closing below the liquidity, then our bias is definitely going to stay as a sell. Right now, we don't have a bias, but if it does confirm, then we're going to be looking for a sell. Vice versa, if price doesn't end up closing below here and it ends up closing back above here, then we start over, right? We start over with identifying the bias. So two scenarios here. Price will either close below these liquidity right here, or it's going to close above this line and it's going to reset the whole process. So just keep that in mind. I try to make things as simple as possible. It's not that difficult finding out what the bias is. It's really just actually, paying attention and there you go. See, price didn't close below here. Price is now pushing above. If it closes above here, it just goes back into the range. And there you go. Scenario 1 right here failed. Now we're back at scenario 2. We're retesting for possible change in bias. So when it comes down to this point, guys, you guys have to learn how to be disciplined. You just have to wait and anticipate the next move. Right now, we can't anticipate anything because there's no direction. So again, right here, price is dropping back below. It's going to reset it again for a sell. It's just a matter of patience. So let's see, 13 said up 1,100 for the day. I think I'm done for the day. Thanks, Sean. Definitely 13. If you guys are happy with your profits for the day, then just call it a day. You guys can see the market's kind of weird. I mean, it is Monday, so there's no surprise market's moving weird. But also the trade copier is not working. So, I mean, it kind of sucks because I just made one profit today. This technically should have been times 5. I just have one profit for the day. It's not it's not something to complain about, but it could be a lot better if it was working. So other than that, Tiana sent in her profits, locked in a total of 2,020. Nice work, Tiana. Valentine over here as well, locked in a total of 2,449. Nice work, Valentine. Other than that, I think that's it for right now. If you guys have more profits, feel free to send them in. Okay, again, right here, the next scenario. Price broke and close above it. We have the retest right here. We need price to close above this line. If it fails to close above this line, then the scenario is going to fail again and it's just going to pull right back down. So we need this to close above it. If not, then it's back into the range like nothing's changed. Thanks, Maddie. Just saw your message right there. All right, let's see where this candle closes. If it closes above, then I'm expecting it to push up to the news price, right? Or opening price. If not, then it's probably going to pull back down and then have the same situation it's been pushing through earlier. So right here is hard to tell. It was right at the line, but you can see that it is pushing up right here. So we'll continue and follow this candle right here. If this candle ends up closing right there, I do expect it to push up to opening price. So we got about 40 seconds left on this candle. We'll see where it pushes up to. If it fails to close above it, pulls back down, then we'll just see it pull back into the range again. It's just going to be a wider range now. All right. So let's see if price pushes above here and it's pushing, you can see Looks like it's going to confirm above it. So we could probably expect this to push up and retest opening price right here. There we go with the bias. The bias is now bullish because it's closed above it. We'll probably see this push to the upside. And then once it gets up to there, it'll either bounce off it or it'll continue pushing. But this wasn't really a clean confirmation of the bias, right? Because you can see this candle right here. We needed to close above. It didn't close above it. It closed like right at the line. So this could be a fake out. So that's another thing to look out for. If it's not a clear break and close like that, then it's not going to be a clear confirmation of the bias. And you can see right here, price is now pulling right back down to it. So see where it goes from here. One second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, let's see where it's at. Price came back down, retested that area, and there we go with that bullish push back to the upside. So let's see if price ends up pushing up or if it just ends up creating another range. But you can see right here, price broke above it. It's basically doing the same thing we did right here. So the same situation right here where it broke and closed above it, it's basically doing the same thing. If that becomes a case and it goes back into a range, we need price to close above here to confirm it because this wasn't a clean confirmation. So if anything, this is broken above it, it's retested, and now we're just basically looking for it to close past this line. And then if it does happen, we can confirm that it's probably going to push up past the, it's going to push up to the opening price. So, okay, there we go with the new range right here. Basically, what we're looking for at this point now is we're looking for a candle to have a clean close past this line right here. This wasn't a clean close. So we need this candle here, or whatever candle to come up to close past it. Once it does, then we can expect it to push up higher. So main thing for us to look out for is for price to close past this line. That's the main thing to look out for. CERN said it's exactly at London Open. Gotcha. So London Open was right here. Yeah, it's right at it. Looks like there. Yeah, you're right, sir. It's right on point. So let's see where it goes from here. Main thing to look out for is if it closes above here. If it does close above there, then I could definitely expect it to push up higher and test opening price, which is right there. And there we go. So again, same situation. Look at this candle here. It didn't have a clean close, right? It's just like this one right here. So, I mean, I still do think it's going to push up to opening price. However, it hasn't been a clean close, so it doesn't, like, I don't feel too confident about the entry here. But if it does push up, you know, you're expecting it because we've analyzed it to have a bullish push right here. Other than that, I mean, back to, I don't think there's any news this morning. So there's no catalyst to push price up. Looking over at the fundamentals are currently at 100 points in the red. Looks like it'd be shifting to the upside as it starts to go below 100. Looking over at retail sentiment, it's currently 52% short, 51% actually. So it might be shifting right here. I think what might happen at this point is we might get price come and retest opening, and then it just might come right back down. And it'll just keep coming back down. But I mean, who knows? We'll have to, you know, we'll have to wait for that to confirm. But again, right here, as I mentioned, price never closed above this area. This following candle right here didn't close above it. So price might be coming back down. You're just looking for these confirmations. Until these confirmations have confirmed the move or the bias change, then there really isn't a bias change, right? It's technically still in a bearish bias. We're just looking for it to confirm its switch. But if it doesn't, then price can easily just come right back down from here. Yeah, Maddie said I can see it hitting sessions and ranging. That's what I can see too. Yeah, Maddie said probably gonna mess with all the retail traders. Yeah, I can see that 100%. So we'll see where this candle here closes. If this finally closes above this line, then we can probably expect to push up higher. And it did. So there we go. It's closed above there. We can probably expect it to push up, test the opening price, and then from there, you know, it'll either come back down or it'll continue pushing up higher. Who knows? Yeah, analysis played out pretty nicely from down here. When it first did its break over here, price did push up higher, and then we'll see the next area will be this area up here. We don't have any entries for a buy or a sell anyways to begin with. So, even if we wanted to enter some trades here for a buy, we wouldn't have anything to enter at the moment. Nice, May. Yeah, no, it's solid. Let's see. Kip said setting up for a buy on the daily entry, be patient, but it'll come. Yeah, I agree 100%. Okay. So Kip's looking at the 10-minute over here. Basically a buy signal for the daily entry, which will probably come. Be looking out for that. And there we go. Price is now at opening price, just like where it's close to it. It's right at opening price right here, where I mentioned one of two things will happen. Price will either bounce off and come back down, or price will break past it and continue pushing up higher, right? Look for the retest here, confirmation, continue to push to the upside. So two different scenarios here. Price will either break and close above it, or it'll bounce off it. And look where price is wicking right off it. It's wicking right off that blue line there, right? Which is opening price. So let's see what happens. There's two scenarios that can play out here. Price will either reject off it, or price will break and close above it, confirm the bias change, and then continue pushing up higher. Dejan, sit down. Should have held my buy. Yeah, if you guys took the buy from down here from when I was analyzing it, this is a pretty big push. It's pushed up like almost 600 pips. There you go right there. Price failed to break and close above it. Again, right here, it's going for another retest. And this is where you guys want to pay attention, because it's either going to bounce off it or it's going to confirm above it. Nice. Lisa said she took it on one lot. FML. Yeah, I mean, profit's profit. If you guys took the analysis from earlier this morning, I mean, right here, from here up to there, it's a pretty nice push. Exactly. Anton said it whipped right off the 1 hour order block, which is perfect. And I'm pretty sure your order block kind of lined up with the sessions right here, right? That's why these are like really key. Like, I don't look at order blocks, but I look at sessions, and they pretty much line up around the same area. Because I'm pretty sure this is where demand lines up for a lot of you guys too who trade supply and demand. That's where it lined up for gosh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Half hour, 15-minute order block. Let's see. Yeah, Anton said whenever they line up, usually strong as fuck. Yeah, no, definitely, Anton. So this is technically a V3 right here. It's not one that I would take because we don't have a bearish bias. If we had a bearish bias, then yeah, of course I would take it, but we don't have a bearish bias right now. Bias is actually bullish. So yeah, Maddie, there is a V3 sell right there, but there's no bias for a sell, so I'm not looking to take it. If you get a V3 buy, then yeah, I'll take that, but not a V3 sell right now, unless we have a bias switch to the sell side. So here we go again. Price is testing the opening price again for the third time. Let's see if it closes above it. If it doesn't, then it'll either keep testing it or it'll just reverse right back down. What I could see happening here is that price is probably going to end up creating a new range around this area. So let's see if this closes above it. It looks like it's going to. All right, price has closed above opening price. All right, so price is now closed above it. We're looking for the retest. So now that it's above it, we just need to confirm if it's going to confirm the bias or if it's going to come back down. So price closed above it. We're looking for the retest. If this closes below, it's going to reset it all. And then we're just going to have to look for a change in bias, because now it's probably going to range. Now that price has failed to confirm the retest and confirmation above, it's probably going to create a new range within this area. Kip said, what's the TP daily for 3-minute? I don't take it, but I use its confluence. Yeah, it's 500 pips. So if you guys took the daily here off the 3-minute, it looks like it already hit. Yeah. or close to it. Like really close to it for the 3-minute right there. Again, right here, guys, I don't take trades unless we have some sort of confirmation. Right here, we don't have a confirmation. There goes the fake out. Price didn't end up breaking closing. I mean, it broke and closed passive, but it didn't confirm the confirmation that we're looking for, right? Whenever price breaks and close structure like this, we're looking for a break and retest. So we basically look for price to break above it, close, retest, and confirm. That didn't happen here, right? So this was a fake out. And this is why I always look for this initially for bias changes. Again, right here, price now swung below it. Clean this up a little bit. And now it's just creating a bigger range. So right there, this is actually a V1 variation. Again, right there as well. So let's see. Maddie said might come down and bounce off demand in your sessions. Yeah, I can see that too. Henry's asking, was there news that caused a drop? Not today, Henry. There was news at 5:30 this morning, but nothing this like just recent. Nothing right here. Maybe stuff in Russia, but I mean, nothing specific that really indicated that, you know, it's supposed to drop. This is negotiations with Ukraine moving forward. Russia's Lavrov claims. Other than that, that's about it for the most part. But as you can see right here, price is now just creating a bigger range. Nice. Looking over here, Dell just ended his profits, locked in a total of 562. Nice work. He took the buy there as we price pushed above to opening price. So nice work right there, Dell. The Mills on over here as well. He said challenge 2, phase 1 done. So he just finished his second challenge. Nice work. So another K2 member here with another past challenge. Great work right there, Mills on. Yeah, you're about to get 2 funded accounts soon. Looking over here at Valentine as well, locked in a total of 4,714. Nice work, Valentine. All right, guys, great work. Anyways, price is now just ranging within this area. At this point, we're going to be looking for the same thing we've been looking for. We're going to look for a confirmation of bias. This is why I don't enter trades right away, because there's no bias, right? Once there's a bias in the market, I can start taking trades in that direction. But currently right now, there's no bias. And the last thing you guys want to do is get caught in these little fake outs right here. So other than that, Surin set in some profits right here as well, locking a total of 1,538 euros. Nice work, Surin. We got Rashida over here as well. Rashida locked in a total of 716 for the day. Nice work, Rashida. Looks like you had a little accident right there with that little loss, but if that didn't happen, straight wins for the day. So nice work, Rashida. Just keep it up. Other than that, Charles over here sent in some profits too, locking 417 off this account. So nice work right there, Charles. And then his other account locked in a total of 1,692. So great work across the board, guys. Jay over here as well, or Lisa. Lisa locked in a total of 3,648. Nice work, Lisa. And then Jay over here locked in a total of 2,765. So yeah, guys, great work across the board right there. I mean, all you guys are doing pretty solid. Maddie over here as well sent in his profits, locked in a total of 611 off this account right here, Maddie. So nice work. Other than that, price is back into this range. So at this point, we're basically looking for price to confirm whether it's going to be bullish, whether it's going to be bearish. In order for it to be bearish, we need price to close below here, retest, and continue drop. The only problem with that is that the session's going to be right here. Same situation with the buy. If we have price break and close above here, retest and confirm, then our bias is going to be for a buy, right? But currently right now, price is just ranging within this area. So price is just going to keep moving across this area right here until it actually pushes to the upside or to the downside. So we'll see where this goes. I mean, other than that, not really much for us to take at the moment. I'll be yawning here on a Monday. Yeah, Talonji said it almost hit, got in and out, manipulation Mondays. Yeah, Mondays are risky. Mondays and Fridays are the riskiest days. So I'm a bit more. The thing is, like, you guys have to wait on Mondays for like some sort of bias to confirm. Because the thing is, market's been closed all weekend. So there's really no bias in the market until market's in full swing. This is technically the first full day of trading, or not even yet. It's breaking into the first full day of trading as soon as the session ends. So as you can see right here, price is now ranging within this area, which is cool. This is fine if price ends up ranging within a smaller area, because at that point, price starts to squeeze and it just charges up for a breakout in either direction. The only problem with this here is that if price breaks to the upside, we still have opening price right here. And if price breaks to the downside, we have the sessions right there. So it's not really going to be much of an opportunity move for us, even if price does break out of this range. We really need price to push one direction. But currently right now, nothing really going on. Nothing here off the 1, nothing here off the 3. I'll leave this up for now, but we're not in this position. Just keep in mind that this is technically the daily, but for the 3-minute. I don't necessarily take it. I don't think it's a very good trade. I think it's an okay trade. I just don't think it's the best use of your capital if you're like looking to take 1 minute, because this is going to tie up a lot of your free trading capital. Well, depending on like what type of leverage you're trading on, it's going to take a lot of it. Let me see if there you go, 3-minute daily right there. I'll leave that up. I'm not in it. Looking here on the 5, there's technically a V3 right here that's running off the 5 for a sell. There's a V3 right there running off the 5-minute for a sell. However, it's kind of risky because it's, going back to the 1 minute, there's no direction here. So if there's no direction, I'm not looking to take any trades. Like if we had a bearish bias here and then I saw this V3, then I would take it, but we don't have a bearish bias. We technically had a bullish bias and then it disappeared. So now we'll see where it goes from here. Some more liquidity around this area. And there we go, the clean chart. So as you can see right here, this is where market opened, this blue line. You can see there's no direction set, right? Price came below, came right back up. It's like a double top. Like, yeah, price came below, came back up, and then right back into this range. So there really hasn't been very much movement here. I mean, price is literally just going back and forth, just a big range. If you counted this area right here, it's literally just a big range from open till now. Market's been open for about 38 minutes. So this market just gets kind of lazy, and there's not really much for us to do or to take right here. Anyways, here we go with the 1 minute. Let me go back over here. Price is now coming back up to retest the opening price. As I mentioned, we're looking for price to break and close past that point, right? It's coming up to retest it, but we need to break past it, come back down for a retest, and continue to push the upside. If we get that, then great. We'll have our bullish bias that we're looking for. But currently at the moment, there just isn't much for us to look at. I mean, looking over here at retail sentiment, it's like right there. It's just staying around like 51 to 53%. So not really much of a change there. However, it looks like they were luring in some sellers because this number did increase a little bit. Looking over at the fundamentals, it's at 84 points in the red, 90 points in the red. It's not really stable at all. Yeah, Anton said rangy, but yeah, no, definitely. It's super rangy, Anton. It's not really much for us to take right now. So I'll leave this alone. I'm not going to update the high low right there because price ends up ranging around this area anyways. So it came up, came below, and then here it goes sideways again right here. Check this out. All right, nothing right there. And sunset V3 on the 15-minute buy. Yeah, I mean, technically there is a V3 right here for a buy. And the 5-minute here is still running too. So the 5-minute from earlier that I marked up for you guys is still technically running. But we don't have a bias, so that's why I'm not really looking to take anything. So until we have a bias, I won't be looking to take any trades for buy or for sell. We need that confirmation. Let's see. All right. So price is literally just going sideways right here. It's easier to see here on the clean chart. It's like literally nothing going on. It's a tough sideways movement. All right, 7-11 right now. So hopefully we get some sort of direction in the next direction soon. No news, no nothing right now, really. This is why sometimes I do like when there's news, because when there's news, it pushes price one direction or the other. There's no news today, so I don't see price really doing too much. There's no real catalyst pushing price around. The only thing that will really push price around is if there's some sort of war update, right? If there's a war update, then that'll push price one way or the other, but there's no news at all. So not really much for us to really look at here. It's a 5-minute, 3 minutes still running. And this is why I don't like taking trades when I see something like this, because we have a 3-minute running the opposite direction. We have a 5-minute running the opposite direction. This is for a sell and this is for a buy. Whenever I see something like that, I don't like taking it because there's no confluence there, right? You want trades to be pushing in the same direction. Realistically, price is just ranging. So either of these could hit. Actually, both of them could probably hit. Like what might happen here is this can hit first. Like it might come down, hit TP, and then right after this hits TP, this will shoot right back up and then hit TP here as well. So both these could technically hit, but I don't like taking trades when we have different strategies running in opposite directions, because you definitely want to have, one direction. You don't want to be trading both ways unless like market is really ranging that heavy. It's ranging right now, but I don't think this is a heavy range. It's just it's temporary until some sort of direction gets set. So nothing really going on here. Same thing again. Just another high low at that point. All right. Nothing going on here. Volatility actually died down a lot too. So look at these candles here. These things aren't even moving like 100 pips. They're barely moving at all. Looks like market kind of died down a bit. I don't know if there's any updates here on CNBC, if there's anything going on, anything to be expected. Check my FX book. Let's see, 15 minutes. We actually have some medium news right here in 15 minutes, which is Dallas Federal Manufacturing Index. So, all right, 7:30. I'll just mark that up on the chart. Maybe that'll help us have some sort of push in the market, because I don't really see much going on here. We do have some medium impact news coming up at 7:30, so I'll have that marked up right there. Something that we can look out for. If it ends up pushing price, then great. We'll have some sort of volatility push in one direction or the other, and we can try to make trades off that. But currently right now, there's not really much of anything going on. It's not really doing anything. Yeah, Maddie said, yeah, it looks like it's going to BS for a minute now. Yeah, no, same here. I don't really see much going on. Let me delete this. Like realistically, it's just going sideways, but it's not even a strong push. It's a weak push, or it bounces around. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep watching, but okay, so price is now starting to drop below. It's coming for this retest. of the low right there. Not really much. Let's see. TJ said quick will be one. Gotcha, Maddie. Yeah, no, I can see that too. It is dropping a little lower, and let's see if it comes back and retests that low. But I mean, there's not really much going on. You can see from like current price, it's going sideways, but it's not really moving too much. This candle here is a little bigger, 200 pips, but there you go with the retest. So retest right there off the low. Let's see if it ends up pushing right back up, which wouldn't really be much of a surprise. And there we go. This price hit that point. There you go, as it pushes right back into the range, and maybe come back and retest the opening price or just continue ranging. But I mean, overall, nothing's going on, guys. Like there's that big push right there, but realistically, it's not really much. It's just pushing back into the range. We want price to be directional. Like, so for example, here, price did push up, but this doesn't really mean much to us, right? Because price is still within this range. We need price to actually break out of this area. We need it to go above here, or we need it to go below here. Until that happens, there's not going to be much for us to take. I don't recommend you guys trading within this range because it's really risky, especially if the candles start to die down like it did right here. Like, say, for example, you were trying to take this for a sell, right? Like, just imagine you're taking this for a sell and price is so slow. All of a sudden, price just ends up shooting the opposite side, and then you get stopped out, right? So I never recommend people trade within the range. I think that's probably like the worst move because you really don't know what direction price is pushing. You want to trade when price is actually pushing one way or the other so that you can catch pullbacks, retracements, and then continue riding it for that wave. But right now there's no wave. Price is literally just going back and forth. Let's see, Talanji said version 2. So there's a V2 that or actually there's no V2 here. I don't see any V2. It'd have to be for a sell. So yeah, no V2s here at all, Talanji. But either way, if you were to see any of the variations here or anything like that, then I still wouldn't take any trades because price is just ranging within this area. We need price to either confirm the bullish push or the bearish push. Looking over at the retail sentiment, currently 53% short, still nothing there. Fundamentals over here as well. Currently down 100 points, but it's not very strong. It's pretty much just continuing its sideways push. Let's see, Maddie said calling it, or Tommy did. Tommy said calling it a day, catch you on tomorrow. So Tommy over here sent in his profits, locked in a total of 4,333 right here. All wins, no losses. So great work, Tommy. Tommy's probably heading to work, to actual work. So yeah, no, we'll see you tomorrow, Tommy. Yeah, same with David. David said, see you tomorrow, family. Thank God, another day in profit. Definitely, David. So we'll see you tomorrow as well, David. Just a reminder, guys, if you guys don't need a trade today, if you guys made profit already this morning, you're happy with your profit, then I mean, you're more than welcome to hang on live. But you might be better off just sitting out until there's some sort of direction set here. Like for me personally, I didn't make that much profit. I made one profit today, but this is better than nothing. And I'm not trying to lose this taking a risky trade here. So I'm basically just waiting now for some sort of direction to be set, and then I'll take some trades. I'm not looking to force anything. I think that's a lot of people's problems. A lot of people like to force trades, and by doing that, you end up taking unnecessary losses. So, great work with the consistency, guys. If you guys are happy with your profits, either call it a day or just hang on live and turn off your MT4, or just wait for some sort of direction. I'm hoping right here at 7:30, there's going to be some sort of direction that becomes set. But there's no guarantee that's going to happen. It's that news event wasn't even posted on Forex Factory. So on Forex Factory over here, there's nothing on the news, but on my FX book, it does show up on here. This is why I use both of these, because sometimes there's going to be some that are on here that are not on Forex Factory, and then vice versa. But other than that, not too much. Price did break and close below here. So what we're looking for at this point is we're looking for a retest, or we're looking for price to break and close past the sessions. I think past the sessions is going to be better, because even if we get a break and retest here, we still need a confirmation below here. So, and we'll see what happens here. Price to break and close below there. We're looking for a possible retest or a continued push below, close below the sessions down here. So basically two outcomes for the same, two possible outcomes for the same directional move. But again, right here, price did not retest this area. So at this point, it's been invalidated. So no bearish confirmation right here. We needed this candle here to reject off this line and then continue dropping, but it didn't. So at this point, that's been scrapped. And now price is now pushing back into this range. Gosh, yeah, Anton said it bounced off his 2-hour order block. Again, yeah, no, that same thing down there. Yeah, it bounced off order block. It bounced off the low for us, and then it bounced off, I think Maddie's like demand zone as well. Yeah, Maddie said bouncing off demand perfectly. So the good thing about this is that we have different analysis, right? Like I have my analysis for the sessions, the lows. We have Anton's analysis off his order blocks, and we have Maddie's analysis off his demand. So with that said, we all think price is going to push to the upside, which I mean, obviously right now it's pushing to the upside, but it's just going to be a matter of confirming the direction before we take anything. Because if you look here on the clean chart, you know, it's a lot easier to see here that nothing's really happened. It's basically back to where it was earlier. And it's just ranging back into the same middle where it was not too long ago. So as you guys can see right here, basically this is the range right here for the consolidation, right? It's back in the middle again, and it's not really doing anything. So it'll push up a little bit, come back down, range, push up a little bit, come back down, range, push up a little bit, same thing, push below, and then come back and then back into the range. It's like nothing's really changed here. Still going down that same area. Nothing really to look out for. So, you know, with that said, we'll just keep waiting for some sort of confirmation, but at this moment, there just isn't anything for us to take. There was another, actually, there's no V3 here. Let's go back to the 3-minute. So the 5 here did hit TP, just like I mentioned earlier. Here's a 5-minute V3 that we were looking at. It hit TP, right? It dropped down, hit TP, and I wouldn't be surprised if this 3-minute ends up pushing all the way back up and hit TP for the 3-minute. So there we go. The 5-minute did hit TP. It played out exactly how we anticipated, and then now it's pushing back up to hit the 3-minute here. So we'll see where this goes, but overall, there just is no direction, so I wouldn't even take the trade, even though I think it's going to push to the upside. Fahad said, if it breaks to the bottom again, be careful. London, New York bottoms are close by. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm looking for that as well. So it's refreshed or back up right there. Yeah, so if price does break below, you can see the London lows here and the New York lows right there as well. So I mean, either way, we're in a sticky situation. All right, so still nothing going on here. Back to the 1 minute. Back into the range. Volatility's down. The good thing is that news is technically going to come up in 5 minutes. So when the news does happen, we'll see if this pushes price. But there isn't really much to look at right now. Anton said, damn, I need Will Smith to slap me, falling asleep. Right? Well, Will Smith, pop out of your computer screen and slap you real quick. There's nothing going on right now. It's and if you guys aren't familiar, I mean, I'm pretty sure all you guys already heard of it. What Will Smith going on the stage and slapping Chris Rock. So that's like what everyone's been talking about lately. But yeah, nothing going on, guys. I mean, look at over here. Yeah, I could draw this again right here on the clean chart. Same thing that I drew earlier. It's basically the same range that price has been bouncing around here. So price is just, this is the consolidation area right here. Price will push above it, come back, push above it, come back, push below it, come back. I mean, there's not really much here. It's just back and forth. And Todd said, "Yi, not trading in this zone." Exactly right. It's lunges a 3-minute buy. Imagine 3-minute buy V3. Imagine. Yeah, I mean, it could come up technically. Actually, there's another V3 buy right here as well. Tawanji. There's one that came up right after it, but I think this might be. It's like right there. There was a V3 buy, but I think it'd be too small. Stop loss would be too tight. Yeah, it's less than 300. All right, so here we are back in the middle of nowhere. See if I can find something over here. All right. Okay, just FYI, I think social trader tools are back up. I just pulled up mine and my accounts to pull up on my account, but I'm still not gonna use my copier. Just FYI, if you guys are curious, because I just opened up social trader tools. All my accounts did come up on the dashboard. So it looks like they're working, but I'm still not gonna risk it. Anyways, back to the chart. Not really much of anything going on here. Still, I mean, the volatility actually died down even more. So looking at these previous candles right here, the bodies are like 10 or 20 pips, which is nothing. Hey, everyone, how's it going? We took one trade just to break out this morning, which was good. Everyone did pretty well off it. Other than that, market's been kind of dead for the entire session. We do have news coming up right now in about a minute. So in about 30 seconds, news will come up and we'll see if this ends up pushing price one way or the other, which is what I'm hoping for, is because we need some sort of direction here. Peter said, anyone got Jerome Powell's number? I would like to ask him to speak today. Right, that'd be helpful. Right, so here we go. Price is now pushing into news. News is right here. I'll wait for this candle to close, then I'll mark the news price. Everyone said, nice, I hit it on my own. Biden talking tonight, right? Raising taxes because there's no cost to build his, cost to his build back plan. I don't know. He might be talking today. I don't really keep track of that because I don't trade during Asia session, but I don't see him on the calendar. Maybe he's talking, but I don't know personally if he's talking or not today. Oh yeah, I see it right here. So in about 4 hours, Biden is going to be speaking around lunchtime today. So he is speaking, but it doesn't look like I don't know, we'll see. It might. I mean, it'll affect the market, but we're not gonna be on the live. I think this is gonna be around the swap. So I don't think anybody's gonna be trading around that time period. Let me refresh this real quick, see what the news looked like. News was negative. So I'll mark this up right here as news price. Chart as well. There we go. So, I mean, other than that, price is still ranging. The news didn't really help it very much. It's still going sideways right now. Not much of anything for us to look at right here. Patrick sent in some profits. Patrick locked in a total of 3,974 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. Jay over here locked in a total of 5,000 off this account. Let's see if there's anything else here. Let's see, Deswell said, hey, Sean, Social Trader Tools is cool, but you should try forex copier. I'll check it out. The cost of lifetime is worth 150. Once you get used to it, it's great. Thanks, by the way, for True Forex Funds. Yeah, thanks as well. So I'm gonna check this one out maybe later. The problem is I don't like changing to different, like for me with funding companies, I stick to FTMO because they've been reliable. Same with Social Trader Tools. They've been reliable. There've been like maybe 2 incidents where their servers have been down, like today and like maybe a couple months ago. But other than that, they've been pretty much great. But I will look at other ones just in case. I just don't like moving from company to company if because it might be the next best thing at the moment, but it might not be the best thing long term. So I like sticking with companies that are stable and that I'm used to using. So, I mean, other than that, guys, just a reminder, we're having our group mentoring session today at 2 o'clock, normal time, 2 p.m. Pacific. So after this live session, we'll take a little break. I'll be back in a couple hours for the mentoring session. So if you guys have any questions, I mean, the market's pretty dead right now, so there's not much for us to look at. You can see prices literally just been ranging all morning. Price starting to push a little bit following the news right here at 7:30, but we'll see how long does this actually hold for. So if you guys do have questions, I normally don't answer questions here on the live session, but if you guys do have anything, since the market's so dead, I can answer whatever questions you guys have. Otherwise, if you guys have any detailed questions, just save them for the mentoring session later today, and then we will, I can go over those in detail and answer all of your questions with examples, on the charts and stuff like that. Solo's asking, so how many hours after we finish up here? So it's 7:34 here, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So in about 6 hours, 6.5 hours, that's when the mentoring session is going to go live at 2 p.m. Pacific. So in about 6 hours, it's 7:32. So in 6 hours, it'll be 1:34. I usually go on the live, 20 minutes before or a couple of minutes before. So it'll be around that period. So about 6 hours. I know Solo's like in New Zealand, so he's like opposite time zone. So it works out differently for him, but yeah, it's approximately 6 hours. All right, so price is still ranging around this area. Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, Solo said, yeah, that's like 10 a.m. here. It's 3:34 right now. I know it's crazy how you stay up that late. So like, I mean, you and I think Doug in, there's a couple other people here there's I think like 2 other people from New Zealand and then a couple other people from Australia. So you guys are like on the opposite times. Kenny's asking, are you doing a mentoring session today? Yeah, today at 2 p.m. our normal time, Kenny. So if you can make it, that'll be great. Yeah, Lisa said bring Bali in 3 days. Bring on Bali in 3 days. 9:30 p.m. US session. I know Lisa's in Bali, so I don't know what the time zone is out there, but I know you guys are basically on the opposite time zone too. I know Lisa trades London session and Asia. She does pretty good. So I mean, it just goes to show that if you know what you're doing, you should have no problem with killing it either session. For me personally, I like New York, but it's possible to trade other sessions. It's just up to preference. All right, so guys, back to the charts over here. Nothing, like literally nothing's going on. You can see there's a lot of liquidity on both sides, but price has just been going back and forth within this area for the past hour now, I think. So let me just measure this. Yeah, for the past about 50 minutes or so, price has literally just been bouncing around this area. Here's a clean chart. And right here, not really much of anything really. All right. Kenny's asking, I thought you did mentoring session on Wednesday or Thursday. No, it varies by the week, Kenny, but it's always at the same time. It's always at 2. So I mean, the last week we did, I think on Friday to accommodate for you, but usually it's like on a Monday. It's usually Monday or Tuesday. But sometimes we'll switch to like a Wednesday or Thursday, depending on, if people request it. But normally it's on a Monday or Tuesday, because we try to get it out early in the week so that people can be ready for the rest of the trading week. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted it a different day, people can always request a different day. Just keep that in mind, guys. I can accommodate for you guys, but you guys have to ask for it. I can't like read everybody's mind for like what day works best. That's why I think Monday works best for most people, and that's why we usually do it on Mondays. Because a lot of people have questions over the weekend or from like the previous week. All right, so price is broken and closed below the sessions. Now you can see price is actually pushing towards a direction. What we're looking for at this point is we're looking for a retest. So price is broken and closing past here, broken and closed past this purple line, which is the Asia low. We're looking for price to come back and retest the sessions right here. After that, we need price to continue pushing down below for confirmation. And then once we get that, we can start trading for sells here. But until we get that, we need to confirm that there's a bias confirmation right here. Yeah, no, exactly. iPhone said Monday to get us on point for the rest of the week. Please and thank you from Lila. Yeah, no, definitely. Layla, sorry, I said Lila. Layla. Yeah, Monday is good. If Monday works for all you guys, then we'll do Monday, because I feel like that's the best day for you guys, so that we can, you guys can make sure to have everything straightforward. Kenny said, okay, I'm off Wednesday and Thursday, but it's okay. Yeah, if you let me know ahead of time, Kenny, we can schedule like a time that works with you too. You just got to let me know. So let me know ahead of time, and then we'll, on some weeks we'll accommodate for you. On other weeks we'll just keep it on Monday. But for this week, it's going to be on Monday or today, because I think a lot of people are expecting it to be today. So, all right, guys, the same setup right here. We have price breaking close below. We have the retest. We just need price to basically close below this line. This line is going to be the next point. So right here, if this ends up closing above this purple line, then it's going to invalidate it, and then price will probably go back into the range. But if it doesn't, it can keep attempting to close below here. So keep that in mind right here. Because realistically, we're just looking for a bias here. Once we have a bias, we can start trading that direction. So again, right here, price did fail to close below here. Price actually closed above here. So it's invalidated that move. Price is probably going to swing right back into the range again. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, if it comes back again for a second test, then this might be another attempt for it to break and close below. But at this moment, there's not really much. Price is just going sideways. This is why I don't trade around the sessions, because whenever price gets near a session, this can confirm the bias in that direction, or it can also confirm a fake out. So like right here could have been a fake out because price didn't close below here. And then now it just resets. So if this here closes below here, we need the retest and then confirmation of a push below again. we can't just have it push below. We need the confirmation. CJ said, Sean, I passed 2 challenges in 8 days. Thanks again, bro. Let's go. I no longer get greedy. So that's good, Jay. That's the main thing. So I try to teach you guys discipline and consistency, right? If you guys can stay disciplined and consistent, then you should have no problem, passing your challenges and racking up profits. So again, right here, guys, we're going to disregard this because this didn't satisfy the requirements. Right here, again, we have price break and close below. Here's a retest. Right there. After this candle here closes, we just need to confirm that it continues pushing lower. And then once we get that, then we'll be ready to take sells. But currently right now, it is 7:41, so keep that in mind. It's getting close to 8. As we get closer to 8, that's the cutoff for trades. So if I don't have anything till 8, then I'm just going to hold off till the next day. But we'll see if anything comes up here towards the end. All right, so price is confirming. This isn't going to be the third requirement. You need 3 candles here to confirm it. So even if this closes here, this is perfectly fine. So now we just need price to close down here. If price ends up closing down here, then great. If not, then we have to confirm that. So we have step 1, price broke and closed below. Step 2, we have a break and retest. Step 3, we need price to close below this point right here. This second line. Let me delete that. We need this to basically close below here. If we have that, then we have our bearish bias, and we could expect price to drop lower to the next levels down here. But until then, we need to confirm it. So until there's a confirmation, no entry. But it's, it's going to be a matter of patience and discipline waiting for this to confirm. Because if it doesn't, so say for example, price doesn't close below here, price can easily just push right back up into the range and then go sideways, right? So that's also something to look out for. So right here, if this candle closes above here, then I expect it to go back into the range. And this is why you guys got to wait. You can't just jump the gun. Like for example, if you see price close below here, you can't just enter a sell for no reason. You got to wait for the confirmation. Confirmation didn't come. And if you didn't wait for it, you would have gone caught in this fake out right here. You probably would have gone stopped out. So if you chase this below here, you'd be some drawdown at this time. So don't chase moves, guys. Wait for the confirmation and then take trades once you've confirmed it. Currently right now, no confirmation. Price might just be pushing right back into the range. So we'll see how this candle right here closes. If we don't have anything at that point, you guys are open to ask any questions. But if not, I don't think we're going to get anything today because it looks like if price does close above that purple line, price, and it did. Now that price is closed above there, price might be pushing back into the range. So here we go with the opposite scenario. We had price break and close below, or we had price break and close below, retested, failed to confirm. Right here, we have price breaking, closing above it. We have the retest right here off the purple line again. And then we needed to confirm at this point. So if we get the confirmation here for the bullish push, then I think price will probably push back up to news price right here. Or if it fails to do so, it'll just come back below and just keep doing the same thing. So this is why you guys got to be really disciplined to wait for this. Because if you enter to sell at this point, you might be getting stopped out soon because I'm assuming your stop loss was like around this area where the low was. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there really isn't much. So like you said, wacky Wednesdays. And we started saying that because the market's been kind of wacky. Usually it's just Tuesday. Like during normal market conditions, usually Tuesday is usually just the weird day where there's a lot of fake outs. Monday, you usually have, it's either one or the other. It'll be smooth or it'll be choppy. And Friday will be the same thing. But usually it was just Tuesday. Now it's like every day there's been no clear direction. So if you go over here to the clean chart, let me just show you guys again. Looking at the chart right here, you can see that there's like clearly no direction. The price movement hasn't been very much. So market opened right here at 6:30. And from there, price is only pushed down like 1,000 pips. This is not very much. You expect a bigger push like during normal hours, right? Like during normal conditions, you get pushed at least 1,500 pips. It's only pushed like 1,000 pips and then it just comes right back. So right here is open, price came down, came back up, came back down, and now it's coming right back up into the same range that I drew earlier. So if you guys remember the range that we drew right here. So look where price is going back into. Price pushed above, it consolidated, pushed back above, consolidated, pushed down below, consolidated, pushed above, consolidated. Again, right here, price pushed below, and now it's pushing right back into the area again, right? So, I mean, it sucks, but it's better than being in a risky trade. So again, right here, we had price, let's see, so price broke and closed above it, retest. Now we just needed to go back one candle. So let's see where this candle right here closes. So now that this candle right here has, closed above here, I do expect price to probably come up and retest the news price right there. Pink line. But I mean, who knows? We'll see. Price might just keep ranging around this area. Let's see, Maddie said might hit all liquidity up top if it breaks the high. Yeah, and I can see that too, Maddie. If it does push above here, then it'll probably hit all this liquidity and then it'll probably push up higher. But I mean, I think that the main area where I think price will come up will either be here, the news price, or here, which is opening price. If price ends up pushing above this opening price right here, then I do think the bias is going to shift and it's going to keep pushing up higher because there's a lot of liquidity up here that hasn't been hit yet, right? So just looking at the chart right here, if price does end up confirming above the opening price right here, it'll probably just keep pushing up higher and higher and higher. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there isn't much for us to take at the moment. Unfortunately, there's no entries that came up, or we don't even have a bias. Price is still ranging within this area. So if you go back to the clean chart, it's back to where it was earlier, right there. Let's see, Rick said this is BS. See this market? This is #1 BS market. I know it is because there's no direction. I mean, normally there should be a direction, right? So market open right here at 6:30. There should be either a bearish push down, like for the entire session until like 8, or there should be a bullish push for the entire session. Today, there's no push at all. It's like price pushed below, came back up, and then just ranged the entire day. Let's see. Maddie said, yeah, price might get some weird movements at news price. Ruin said, I think it's low. I think the low it bounced off is the 15-minute order block. Yeah, no, it could do that too, because this is, so I know you just joined right now, Ruin, but for me, I've identified this as the sessions. Anton has identified this as order block, and Maddie's identified this as demand. So it lines up with pretty much all of our analysis here where price is bouncing from. So yeah, that would be considered it'd be considered order block for you, consider the sessions for me, and consider demand for Maddie. Other than that, yeah, Maddie said, yeah, I might get some weird movements at news price. Yeah, no, I agree. Same here. Yeah, Anton said sometimes the 15-minute order blocks are weak, so I didn't take the buy. Solange said, yeah, so this is a V3 right here. On the 1 minute, I think the stop loss might be too close though. Let's see. Yeah, it's way too close. It's at 100 or 200 pips. And there's no bias either, so not really much for us to take here. All right, Jay. Yeah, Jay said, everyone have a blessed day. See y'all tomorrow. Yeah, Jay, we'll see you tomorrow. Other than that, guys, it's 7:50 right now. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Otherwise, if we don't see anything come up anytime soon, I think we might just be wrapping up the session early. Unfortunately, Well, fortunately, we did have a good trade from open. We had that breakout. So some of you guys did catch the full breakout. Some of you guys caught partials. So overall, there's been a lot of profits made today. It's just, overall the market has just not really been moving. Like for the morning, we took the drop right here, but after that, price just continued to range. So we couldn't take any other entries, unfortunately. Just keep in mind that we do have the mentoring session later today. So if you guys have any questions, then save your questions for the mentoring session today at 2. It's going to be today at 2 p.m. Pacific. And if you guys have any trades that you guys are like confused about, or if you guys lost any trades and you want me to review them, just get the timestamp. So get the timestamp for Pacific time, or it doesn't really matter the time. If you show me the markup, I can probably pull it up and find it on my chart. But if you guys have anything that you want me to actually review, cover, analyze, give you some advice as to like what could have been done differently, then we can cover that on the mentoring session. So just a reminder, mentoring session today in about 6 hours. I can answer whatever you guys need help with. If there's anything about any of the K2 strategies, anything about the confluences, confirmations, bias changes, FTMO, copier, I mean, whatever you guys need help with, I'm here to help you guys out. It's just up to you guys to ask those questions, because I can't answer them unless you guys ask the question. So, other than that, let's see, Charles said, I'm out, solid day. Jonathan said, glad I took the breakout before all this started. BS started. Yeah, no, same here. But yeah, guys, I think that this might be about it, unless you guys have any other questions. It's getting close to 8. Leash said, I have a lot of questions. I'll save them for the mentoring session. Yeah, no, definitely. I think that'll probably be best, because I can, give you that one-on-one breakdown of like whatever you need help with. Leash, so just hold it. Yeah, save them for later. Just make a list of your questions so that if you have a list, I can just answer all of them one by one, and you don't have any confusion with any of those questions there. Talanji is asking, do you have a guide for how much you should pay yourself for your LLC? There's no guide for it, really. It depends on, you're supposed to pay yourself a reasonable amount, but the reasonable amount can mean a lot or can mean a little, right? So it just depends. So we'll talk about that later. I don't want to do that during the live, but we'll definitely go over that question like a lot deeper during the mentoring session. So it's 7:53 right now, guys. If you guys have any questions right now, feel free to drop them in the chat at the moment. If not, if they're like more detailed questions, we'll cover them during the mentoring session later. Otherwise, you guys can always reach me through email or Telegram. But from now, market is just not really doing much. So I don't really recommend anyone trade during this market until there's some sort of direction, meaning price pushing above or price pushing below. If price continues to push sideways, I would just sit out the market, because you don't want to trade during a ranging market. These are the worst markets to trade in, because you can easily get caught on the wrong side at any moment. So for now, if you guys don't have to trade, if you guys are happy with your profits, I recommend just sitting out the market. But if you guys do have anything, let's see, Valentino over here locked in a total of 7,963. So nice work right there, Valentine. Close to 8,000 for the day. So you pretty much killed it off that account. Other than that, let me see if there's anything else here. I think that's about it. So yeah, if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here in about 6 hours. I'll be here for the live session. So until then, guys, I will see you guys. And if you guys have questions, reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys shortly for the mentoring session later today. So have a great rest of your morning, guys. And if you guys don't need to trade,